Hello, everyone. It is the third day of National Epilepsy Awareness Month. As I mentioned, I wanted to share a little bit more about our daughter's story. Our daughter Alex is 4.5 years old. She's been having seizures since she was 22 months old. Before the seizures came into our world, she'd already been diagnosed with hydrocephalus and had a shunt put into her brain when she was less than 3 months old. So we were already facing global developmental delays in all areas, and lots of challenges. Her head had grown 6 inches in her first 8 weeks of life because of fluid buildup in her brain due to a cyst. So we were already in the special needs world and the scary medical world and had already adapted to what we thought was our new normal. But our new normal was about to take a major turn in January of 2018 when my husband was calling for me from downstairs and I could hear fear in his voice. And I came running down to our daughter's entire body jolting. Her arms and her legs, like electricity, was running through her body. Every 6-7 seconds, whole body jolting. We rushed her to Children's Hospital, which is not too far from us, thank goodness. I don't know if I wanted to attach the word to seizure of it in that moment, but I knew. I'd seen enough of what epilepsy could look like. And there's so many different kinds of seizures. And we all have this idea of how that convulsive, someone flailing on the floor, eyes rolling, biting their tongue. Those are grand mal seizures. They are a specific kind of seizure, but there's over 40 types of seizures. What my daughter was having, she was completely conscious and aware. She was even laughing between some of the body jolts because I think she didn't know what to think about it. She couldn't control it, but it was seizure activity. It took a little pushing and fighting to get her in for an EEG because by the time she got in front of the doctors, it had stopped. And then, I don't know, sometimes doctors almost make you feel like, did you really see that? And is that what happened? And are you sure? And all you can do is fight and advocate. And I had already been used to that since she was born. So the fight began. And I'm glad it did because she ended up being diagnosed first with infantile spasms. They are called epileptic spasms once they get a little bit older. For her, it was late onset. She did not have the typical hypsarrhythmia on her EEG that is standard, so she was not a classic case, but we had an amazing neurologist and still do, Dr. Joshi at Children's Hospital in Denver. She suspected IS and she was hearing me. She wasn't just looking at the EEG. She wasn't just hearing what the EEG text said. She listened to me. And our daughter was diagnosed with IS and was immediately put in the hospital. Infantile spasms, like a lot of forms of epilepsy, it's not just what you see. What really scares me is what we don't see. And with infantile spasms, they're called the silent seizures that can have devastating results. We were terrified. And thus, our epilepsy journey began. More to come. I could probably talk here forever and share the whole story and put a ridiculously long video here on Facebook, but I'm just going to tell her story in bits and pieces. I really want everyone to understand what this journey is really like for families and that every little bit helps, and I cannot say it enough. $5, 1,000 people giving $5 is $5,000. And every bit of money that can go towards research into epilepsy and specifically rare conditions is what we are really trying to support because of our daughter. But regardless, anything that can support epilepsy research and awareness is a wonderful thing. So thank you for listening again. Please throw in a few dollars if you can. I've got more info coming soon about the bracelets and the soap that my mom is going to be creating for Epilepsy Awareness Month and beyond. So I will talk to you again soon.